D23 this weekend, and with it comes a bajillion announcements in all sorts of forms, and we're here to cover it. Well, not actually here, we're not in Anaheim specifically, I'm just at home watching the details afterwards. But nonetheless, there is a lot to say, I've got a lot of takes, and damn it, I just like talking about animated movies. Previously, we covered all of our takes on The Incredibles 3 reveals, but now let's move over to the originals stuff. Because probably what is one of the biggest surprises for me is actually that Pixar announced a new original project. Why didn't I expect that? I don't know, something's wrong with me. Maybe I thought it was all going to be focused on Gatto specifically, and there is a little bit of Gatto stuff maybe we'll also cover today. But no, the main one, the kind of golden child from this presentation, has to go to Ghost Market. Now, I like to think I'm always going to be the most open-minded on a Pixar original project because it's a Pixar original project, but I also demonstrably have been a bit of a hater every time a new one comes out, because I just don't like the way they present themselves. When Elemental was shown, I thought it was generic as hell. When Hoppers was announced, I thought it was generic as hell. And both movies turned out to be decent to great, you know? So maybe I should go into Ghost Market with a little bit more of an open mind and just think that I don't agree with how the marketing team runs their things. So, here's what we know so far. There was a very small segment dedicated to this in the presentation, with essentially there being one singular teaser to really demonstrate what the idea is. And I'm not gonna say it's generic as hell, but it isn't the most original Pixar movie we've even seen.
Pixar is officially diving into the supernatural.
Not for the first time.
With our very first ghost movie, Ghost Market.
Coco is also a ghost movie. Maybe Turning Red as well. But yeah, okay, sure. Crossroads between the living and the dead. We'll pretend Coco isn't a thing until the sequel that's announced after this. What's more, this does have that classic case of the protagonist is an influencer, point and laugh. He's on his phone too much, and God forbid you make him unplug. Doesn't mean the character can't be used, but hopefully it's, you know, more Mitchells versus Machines and less all the other ones. To be fair, I might just be biased, look at me. But the point is, this follows a young boy named Kyle who accidentally enters the Ghost Market. As a backstory, he's always attached to his phone, and his parents force him to go on holiday one day to Hawaii, connecting us to the teaser we see of him walking into a kitchen in the middle of the night for some warm soup, before accidentally landing upon the place. It's awfully, Spirited Away, which is a high ceiling to try and chase after if that's what they're going for. Add in practically the one joke we see from this marketing being, you know, an Apple Pay joke. Marketing, man. I just don't agree with them. But then, as an influencer, Kyle will get his own confidence and go out of his way to showcase this domain like a good haunted house YouTuber. FaceTiming to tell us that it's about hungry ghosts, and how it somehow isn't like those other scary movies. Yeah, I know, it's releasing in spring. Other details we know in the background is that this was originally an animated series made by the same team as Win or Lose, which, good. I had thoughts about that series, but it was good. But the idea that it was initially a series and now is upgraded to a film either means it's a really good premise that can go further, or it's not as good a premise and they need to make it shorter, or it's Moana 2. Again, kind of like The Incredibles, the spectrum could kind of go anywhere with this. But I want to have more hope into it, because I think it might often be that the marketing's a little wry, and we have specifically seen how well a ghost dead story can do in the past, with Coco clearly being one of the most emotionally strong Pixar movies of all time. Maybe I've got a soft spot for ghost movies now. Hey there, thank you for making it to the halfway mark of this video. Come subscribe if you haven't already for more animated movie news. We're making our way through D23. I haven't even finished the Pixar segment, but we will do. We're making our way all through the D23 coverage. First is Pixar, then it's the Disney animations, and then it's others, like the Bluey movie and Simpsons. So if you're interested in any of that, come check out the channel to see what else we've uploaded by now. And now to the second half of Ghost Market and Gatto. I don't know if that means we're going to see a Casper-like character who's going to be friendly, or we're going to learn about the history of Hawaii in the middle of it. It does seem oddly specific, so we'll see. Disney loves Hawaii right now, huh? Moana, Lilo and Stitch, now Ghost Market. Either way, I think this one's a very intriguing one. It's my golden child out of all of this because it's actually original and new and seems like it has potential, and I want to root for it. That's kind of the end of the day thing. Arriving spring 2028 this time. Hopefully it all pays off. I guess we'll have to see. Other things to note is that it does have a very specific Pixarian art style now. It is a little bit more different, like there's a little bit more head shape to the usual aesthetic, but it is also quite samey in a lot of ways. Definitely feels kind of win or losey to me. And then beyond that, yeah, we see a piece of food floating. It's a teaser. It's fine. Intriguing. I hope it goes well. So far in the presentation, you know, this guy seems like he's meant to be a little unlikable. We'll see. Hopefully he gets a redemption, and it's not just put down the phone and stop being an influencer. Oh, have I got an open mind to the one that's going to be the most hateful? Regardless, while we're at least talking about the Pixar originals, let's bump on the other one that's relevant. The one coming out later this year, Gatto. Yeah, so there's like one image floating around from this, and that's about it. I don't know if this was originally like part of a video, but I don't even think it was. Here it is. Now, Gatto, as an original, again, I want to have an open mind for, and I love the concept that it is very 2D informed. And thankfully, it's not the last 2D thing we're going to hear from Disney from this whole D23 thing, but we'll get there in a future video. But from what I've seen, again, from the marketing, the teaser just showed that it was cats doing cat things, and here, all we have as a quote really is, the film follows a black cat in Venice with a love of music, hey, that's a personality trait, who is shunned by locals due to superstition. So it's a cat doing cat things. There is a pigeon bird. All right. I will never be able to make a thumbnail with this guy work because 2D doesn't work on my channel. Not really. Oh well. I really was hoping we would see more from Gatto at this presentation because the teaser showed us practically nothing. And considering as well, this is the closer movie, I'm surprised I know more about Ghost Market than I do this one. Add on the fact that this movie is literally just named Cat. Yeah. Alright. Maybe it falls under the classic trap that Pixar originals are underwhelming, or hey, maybe it will super surprise me. It does every cat joke I've ever wanted to see and more. It deserves love and finds a lovely owner by the end, in a way that makes it emotionally enriching. That'd be nice. We'll see. March 5th is the release date of this one, so not later in the year, but later in this next year, 365 days. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay. I'm glad Pixar are still making originals. It is the original sequel. And though I'm ironically most motivated for Incredibles 3, Ghost Market is currently my favorite child on the side. Certainly a whole lot better than Coco 2, which we're going to talk about next. But at least on this note, I'm going to put a pin in it there, segment that as Pixar originals, because Coco 2's got a good chunk of things behind it. So on that note, my name's been Daz. Thank you very much for reaching the end of this video. Do tell us your thoughts on Gatto and Ghost Market specifically, the first time we've heard about it. I'd like to know if other people feel the same as me. Do tell us all your thoughts and more, but otherwise, I shall see you all in a little bit. Cheerio!